Welcome to 5-Minute Pitch. I'm your host, Liz Saunders. 5-Minute Pitch is the competition that gives entrepreneurs from around the globe the opportunity to virtually pitch their business or product idea for the chance to win a grand prize of $50,000. This season, more than 30 entrepreneurs will pitch their ideas via Zoom conference call to our panel of 5 experts for the chance to advance to the finals and pitch to the judges live in Miami, Florida. Our panel of expert judges includes Greg Mercer, Steve Chu, Mike Jackness, and Scott Foker, all 7- and 8-figure e-commerce sellers who have run and sold multiple successful businesses. Today we are joined by guest judge Pat Flynn. Pat is a well-respected thought leader in the areas of online entrepreneurship, digital marketing, and lifestyle businesses. Today, Jodie Davis returns to pitch her Cuckoo Clock company for a second time to try and secure a spot at the finals in Miami. Good luck, Jodie. This is 5-Minute Pitch.
How's it going, Jodie?
Hi, so good to see you.
Welcome back. Good to see you. Jodie, welcome back to the 5-Minute Pitch. Your pitch starts right now.
My name is Jodie Davis, and my business is the American Cuckoo Clock Company, the Black Forest tradition reinvented in America. And my mission is to spread smiles. Hey, it's cuckoo clocks. They make you smile. Speaking of which, every time I mention the word cuckoo clocks, it seems to someone, they say, oh, the nostalgia. Our family had a cuckoo clock when I grew up, and I wonder what happened to it. So they often want to go find another cuckoo clock to keep the tradition going. But they find that cuckoo clocks from today, the traditional clock, doesn't fit in their home. But then they say, it doesn't fit in my home. It doesn't reflect my passion or my interest. But then I found yours because I've reinvented the cuckoo clock.
In 2006, while working as a TV host for an online quilting network, Jodie began her cuckoo clock journey while filming a quilting episode inside an actual cuckoo clock factory in Switzerland. From there, she was inspired, and over the next 15 years, Jodie designed, imported, and sold cuckoo clocks using authentic parts from the authority in the industry, German Black Forest Clockworks. She was so successful that she decided to create her own factory at home in order to create authentic and modern cuckoo clocks.
I learned everything I needed to about woodworking and finishing and the tools of the trade. So I'm now hand making clocks in America. I have a factory, all with the real Black Forest innards. The clock making is all the traditional stuff that I import from Germany. And what's really neat is that I've got all these amazing people behind me. I've got a CNC guy, I've got a laser guy, I've got hand painters, everything. And I've even learned ways to make all the little cool figurines. I hand sculpt, I 3D scan, and then I 3D print in wood, and I have a wonderful 3D print guy. This is my hickory flat clock that a lot of people are really excited about. So these are my beginning 3 clocks, the hickory flat clock and the log cabin clock. Aren't those beautiful? And you can see them here. What I've done is my first 3 clocks are, I've chosen 3 very diverse designs. There's the log cabin, that bright one, then the hickory flat, and then way over on the right is the birdwatcher clock. And what I did was I didn't want to pigeonhole myself. I wanted it to look like these are very different clocks from each other and from the traditional stuff. But then what I've planned in is each clock I can build on that case. So a lot of the work's already done. For instance, the birdwatcher clock, I can change all of these pieces, which is the easy part. The innards are all the same. The box it's on is the same, but her arm goes up and down, and the towhee, the bird down there, moves. That's the animation. She can become a fisherman. So see, I can get into new passion groups with the clocks that I'm already making.
While Jodie was at the Quilting Network and still early in her cuckoo clock making, she had her products advertised in some catalogs that helped her early sales. Her business is now growing on its own with some solid projections for 2019. Let's see what else she has going on.
I was commissioned by Sesame Street to make a clock for Carol Spinney when he was retiring after being Big Bird and the puppeteer for 2 of the favorite Muppets. And this was really amazing because one of the things I remembered as I'm halfway through it is I'm thinking, who else could do this outside of the Black Forest? Like only me. So I realized, hey, wait a minute. Do I have any competition for this business? I don't think so. I wanted to show you what my team is because part of doing this pitch is so cool because I really think about my business. I'm going, oh my God, look what I have accomplished. But these are the amazing people that I have behind me, the best cuckoo clock guy outside of the Black Forest. They send all their warranty work to him. So that tells me everything. And then all these people, it's just amazing. And they're just so in with me, which is, it's wonderful. This is just to kind of give you an idea of what this could be, because most people, cuckoo clocks is like this way off the, what? Cuckoo clocks? Who knows? It could be much bigger than that. This is a really cool thing that I've done. I host TV shows. The 8th season of this one, Quilted the Long Arm Quilting Show, we just did that in August. I swapped hosting for that. And this is some of the advertising I got, and it's doing really well. And I get names, I get email names December 1st to market too. So this is what I would use for how the $50,000 would make a difference. And you can read that. Well, I want to say what Mark, and he's kind of my partner in many ways, what he said about this when I asked him, hey, what are some points on this? And he said, the $50,000 will be used to make you more efficient and effective as a visionary leader and designer for the brand. The $50,000 will enable you to better leverage your team and expand it to focus on advertising, education about the products, and marketing to generate more sales, et cetera. And I think that really pretty much sums it up. And the whole purpose, of course, is to spread smiles.
Great job.
Awesome. Thank you, Jodie. Great job.
We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsor.
If you dread sales tax compliance, then it's time to take advantage of Avalara's powerful tax automation technology. Avalara simplifies sales tax with real-time tax rate calculations and automatic return filing. Avalara's software easily integrates with accounting, e-commerce, and marketplaces, so it couldn't be easier. In fact, we use Avalara here at Jungle Scout, and getting set up was a breeze. Join over 20,000 businesses already automating sales tax compliance. You can find out more at avalara.com. That's AVALARA.com.
Jodie gave another great pitch for her business. Let's see what questions the judges have for her.
Thank you, Jodie. This is amazing. Very unique business. Where are you selling most of your clocks at this current moment?
So a lot of it right now is the catalog and through retailers. There's also another online cuckoo clock retailer that carries them. But I really want to bring people directly to me for so many reasons.
So I noticed there's a number of members on your team, and you're slated to make $236K for 2018.
Revenue.
So what do you actually net out of all that? Like, how much is the business?
Right now, I net, my markup is about 25% if I'm selling wholesale.
So that's after paying everyone, everything you net.
And those aren't people directly that I'm paying. These are all people, the CNC guy, I pay him to make 100 cases or whatever, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
25% net is what you're ending up with at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's when I sell wholesale. So really, I figure right now it's maybe 50-50, somewhere around there between wholesale and retail.
Okay.
Jodie, to piggyback on Pat's question, the 60 or 70,000 units are sold in North America every year. Where do you think most of those sales are happening?
A lot online. There are, as in every industry, there are cuckoo clock stores, but what people do is they go to the store, they see the clocks, and then they shop online. So a real lot of it is online. And I'd say there's probably about half a dozen online retailers. And of course, the interesting thing is they're all fighting for the cuckoo clock, the keyword, and they're all selling the same product, and they have MAP pricing at the same price. So am I disrupting an industry or what?
How many searches per month are for cuckoo clocks?
I haven't looked. I don't know. I should know that, shouldn't I? But I'm not in that space right now. I'm ramping up, so that's part of what you guys will be able to help me with.
The judges were concerned that Jodie was advertising in catalogs, a potentially dying medium. Jodie is not worried, as her clientele is typically older due to the higher price point of her clocks, and because the older population is getting more tech savvy and moving towards digital platforms, which is her ultimate goal as well.
So the online portion of it, you mentioned that's the way you want to go. Do you have a functioning website right now that people can come and buy directly from you? You do. So
Oh, yeah.
So what percentage of your sales is that right now?
It's less than 50% right now. And it varies. Like when a catalog comes out, there's a lot from there. And then I see a big spinoff. I also, of course, have the clocks on Amazon and on eBay. And I get a little bit, not a lot of sales there. A lot of people watching them though. But like eBay, people are looking for deals and I never discount my clocks. I don't need to. My price is my price.
Right. Okay.
Jodie has a good following on social media due to her involvement in the quilting industry. She is extremely active on platforms like Facebook and Instagram, using them to get customer feedback and ideas, advertise products, and more. It was the method she used to launch her initial Kickstarter campaign to sell her clocks.
Do you have an idea of the overall market size for cuckoo clocks?
I know that they actually create over 100,000 a year in the Black Forest.
Excuse my ignorance about the cuckoo clock market, but is the Black Forest, is that like a very famous area for creating these clocks?
The Black Forest is where they were created to begin with over 200 years ago. I mean, this is really new technology, right? And so to be certified, which the Schneider clocks are, and my clocks would be, they have to be made in the Black Forest with these traditional parts. So they are certified because they're made in the Black Forest with genuine Black Forest parts. What's fascinating is even the chains, every part is still made there. So my clocks could be certified. The only difference will be is they're not made in the Black Forest. And I stick to that. That's a business decision.
Is that like a geographical region somewhere in the world?
Yep.
Or, okay.
It's down near Switzerland.
So then you buy all your inner workings from Schneider in the Black Forest?
Not from Schneider because they're a manufacturer. I work with like the bellows manufacturer. I do that. My movements right now, I'm getting through a distributor in the US because I don't know how big I'd have to be for them to sell directly to me. But yeah, everything, even the cuckoo comes from the Black Forest.
Jodie, where do you want to be? I want to know where you want this to go.
I just want to make a lot of cuckoo clocks. To me, I mean, I'm such a capitalist, and I have itched since I remember when I was in high school. I thought I was weird because I always had an itch to do something, and I've done a lot of really cool things. And cuckoo clocks, it's just, I really want to spread smiles. And as I was saying yesterday, I think it would be really cool to have a Disney-esque retail location where you walk into this big cuckoo clock and you're in this world of cuckoo clocks. That would be really fun to me. But then the other thing that's really amazing to me, when I look at that chart of the people that are working with me to employ people doing something that is so cool and so fun, not only for them, but for spreading smiles.
It's interesting. The business model you have reminds me of cakes. Like you can make a bunch of cakes that all look the same and people can buy those cakes. And there's shows on television about cake making. But then your Sesame Street cuckoo clock is what's really interesting to me because somebody had commissioned you as like the expert, somebody who has a vision to create something like that. That made me smile more than anything in your presentation. The fact that you handmade a specific clock for somebody who probably has it now proudly displayed in their home, who has probably shared it on social media. And that's what I think is very unique to what you have to offer, is that special touch that you have on top of that. So that, in my eyes, is a great focus, and where I think potentially you could become like, people hire Duff, the cake guy, to make their birthday cakes. Like, you should be the celebrity cuckoo clock person, right? I mean, imagine what that would do for then opening up the marketplace and then having people have a Jodie, clock that maybe they can't get a custom one, but they now have, your line or whatever.
And to your point, the Ramones want me to do a clock.
That's cool.
And I'm working with Joey's brother, and they're all in the marketing guy is the same guy for all these other bands. So it's like, oh my gosh, that might be a whole separate business.
I mean, you want to talk about making cuckoo clocks cool for anybody. Yeah. That now opens up the marketplace for not just, the elder crowd, but for anybody.
Yeah. I want a Jungle Scout cuckoo clock.
Yeah, I want one for my business.
Pat wants an SPI cuckoo clock.
I think we also just want to know, like for me personally, like in 12 months from now, where are you if you were to win?
We ramp up the website, right? We get people coming. We have this improve my videos, improve the whole messaging, reaching out to people, bringing them in, keeping them up to date on things. And then by the end of next year, I will have not a clock for everybody, but say I have 10 designs. I have something, it isn't just 3. It isn't by being stuck with so few designs that it's like, oh yeah, so where's the rest of it? So it'll be like, I think that's kind of a tipping point, where I'll have enough that I have a real business with enough that there's something almost for everybody.
What's stopping you from doing those designs now?
Because I've had to ramp up. I mean, I've done all this in less than a year. Gone from I have no product to producing my own product.
And you have how many designs at this current point?
3. Well, I have the 3 from Germany, and then I have my 3.
And you have also made it a lot easier now to basically take the shell, in a sense, and then you can create like a theme, or you can create for the golfer, the fisherman, like those types now.
Right. And they'll look different. They won't look like the same clock.
Exactly.
I think you've said this, but sorry, what is your cost for creating one of these more standard designs? You said they retail for like $600 or $700 or something. What's your cost?
Just say about $300.
So there's 7 other amazing contestants that made it this far into the semifinals, but only 4 contestants can go through to the finals. Why should we pick you to move forward?
Oh gosh, that's really tough. Because we can spread a whole lot of smiles.
Great answer.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Jodie, thank you very much
Thanks,
for coming
Jodie.
on.
Thank you, Jodie.
It's been a
thank
pleasure.
you all. This
We're
was a
cuckoo
blast.
for you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Jodie had a great Q&A session with the judges. Now let's see if they go cuckoo for her a second time.
Man, she's got so much energy.
I
It's
love
awesome,
her.
huh, guys.
Dude.
I think
How can you not like Jodie?
She makes you smile.
I know.
I like her, but
My
I
face
actually
kind of
came
hurts. I've
out
been
of this,
smiling here for 20 minutes, which it was.
You feel worse
was only-
now?
I do. I felt worse after this presentation.
Really? Ooh,
I did.
tell us about it.
Mainly because I guess I wasn't paying attention to the numbers before, but the numbers don't look that great on a market that's slowly downtrending, and there's no repeat business.
It's slowly downtrending though on just those people that are standard cuckoo, clock buyers.
so, I mean,
if she
If
opens
she
the
goes
market,
niche specific, though.
If she goes
Yeah.
niche specific, then I can see it.
I still think it is a shrinking industry. This came up yesterday. That's why I had to pull
did
it up on
check
Google
Google Trends
Trends. I mean,
yesterday.
again, I don't know
yeah,
that
but for
that's...
the word cuckoo clock.
But can she
or
change that, though?
Yeah,
Right. Can she make it a growing
I don't buy
industry?
into that.
I mean,
I'm not going to buy into
She
that.
can pull it off, though. With her personality, I think she could
I
pull
think
it
she
off.
could.
But
I mean, if anybody was going to, it'd be her.
Yeah.
Guys, you didn't get a chance to see her website, but it actually is already a pretty solid website. She's telling her whole story,
nice.
establishing credibility. She has little videos in here. She's done a really nice. She's done a nice job with it.
To make a clock for Sesame Street, it's pretty awesome.
Dude,
that
I want
clock
her to
was
go all in on
impressive.
just custom for celebrities. I mean, that would make me smile just to
I
see
wonder
all
how
the
much
cool
she'd have to
clocks.
charge for something like that, because it's got to be like a huge time suck.
I mean,
to
I would
do that.
assume thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, look at custom guitars.
Custom cakes are
Yeah.
thousands.
Yeah.
to the older generation, once again.
So your concern, Steve,
Right?
are the margins, or
No,
was
not
it-
concerned about the margins. I just
The market
I
size.
just don't
The
see
market,
people
okay.
buying cuckoo clocks.
Don't
I
like the
mean,
market. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too niche for you.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I've tried to stay away from is, judging a business based on whether or not I would buy the product, right? I mean, so it's just, there obviously is, she had the stats up there, the number of clocks selling a year, it's like 100,000 or something like that, 120,000.
High price point.
So I mean, that's a pretty
120K
significant number.
in 2018 at 625 retail. It's 200 units. I mean,
Yeah, her goal for next year is to capture less than 1% of this market.
Right.
so on one hand, small market, but on the other, it's expensive product, and
Yeah.
so she's able to sustain despite only selling 200 to 300
And this
units.
is her first year doing it fully on her own, but kind of like making her own stuff. So I think she's still new. And I think the opportunities will start to come in different areas, like Pat was saying, like even the customization side of things. I think there's definitely a bigger potential here than just someone looking for a cuckoo clock.
The things I look at as the bright sides for me is like the SEO, the direct traffic aspects. So like if she can continue to build herself over the next couple of years as a prominent figure in this space, she'll start to get more organic traffic. There's the PPC. She's got an inside track with the quilting community, so there's a lot of good content around that. So you could, the social media spin and drive additional traffic to her own site.
This is all about future execution, and if she can get some celebrity client to get a cuckoo clock, that's the only way I see it taking off.
LeBron James.
I don't necessarily
with a
think
cuckoo
that
clock.
she needs LeBron
Well,
promoting her.
Greg
cuckoo clock.
Greg does want a cuckoo clock now, so that could be
Dude, I want a
her
cuckoo
inside
clock.
track.
I don't think she actually needs a big celebrity thing to make this
she
so popular.
can be the celebrity in my eyes.
She's only trying to get a few hundred sales a year, guys. This isn't
but that's the
high
point,
volume product.
Right? So for our criteria on who we want to move to the next round, is the market size one of our criteria? Or
She's only going to make 300 people smile next year. I mean, I'm just,
That's a valid point.
right?
I really like her.
I do too. I mean, her
I love her.
personality.
Are we getting sucked into that, though, is the thing? We had that same question come up about Melee, right?
And also the soap guy.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but this business has more legs.
You just
than
want a
this.
cuckoo clock. You just want
No, but seriously, it does. It has legit growth. She's invested in it. She's proven herself. She has a track record at this point. She's become like this cuckoo clock expert. It's not this giant industry by any means, but I think for the next like 10, 20 years is going to be a legitimate good business.
I mean, it's proven to be timeless, obviously, in some regard.
No pun
Yeah,
intended.
cuckoo clocks are already like.
Are they timeless?
Dead.
I mean, the time's running out, I think.
For me, like this, her pitch the first time and then going through it the second time, I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's not producing a lot of questions for me, right? So it's like, I feel like it's kind of like, it's in this like small box, it's pretty definitive, and the question then is this one that should move forward, based on those
All right, so let me
criteria?
rephrase my question. Would you invest money in her company and expect a decent return?
I think I actually legitimately would.
Yeah.
I believe her growth numbers and the growth trajectory. I think that's very achievable.
I feel like it would be a relatively safe investment, actually. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
it wouldn't be one of these like 10x returns or
Exactly.
something
Not
like that.
unicorn.
Right.
Yeah, moderate to low return.
Right.
And is that what you want, or do you want a
Right,
unicorn?
that's what I was getting at.
I
That's the question.
don't know. That's, I think, what we have to kind of think about. I mean, me personally, I want a little bit of everything, right? I want some that are like.
I mean, are we going to throw the money in a
riskier.
CD, or are we going to like...
And that's kind of what you're doing here, right? It might be just a CD, maybe a little bit above.
I do think ultimately she's going to be successful no matter what. I mean, she's kind of already proven that. So I don't know, if that's one of the things that we want to look at as a criteria for the 5-minute pitch and who's going to ultimately win. Is it someone that like is really going to need that $50,000 to take their business to the next level, or really need
Or
our
the
expertise or
mentorship
mentorship
also, right?
to get it to the next level? I already kind of said, like, I firmly believe that it's like that safe investment. Like, she's going to keep on taking no matter what.
Great pitch, Jodie. Stay tuned to see if she will advance to the finals in the second deliberation round. Next time on 5-Minute Pitch, Pasco Bowen returns to pitch his product for a second time to the judges in the hopes of advancing to the finals in Miami.